So we have a new Smash leak on our hands here, guys. This one is for a stage, and it's not exactly a new stage, it's actually for an old stage. And this leak is coming from Sakurai himself, so I don't even know if I can really call this one a leak. Essentially what has happened is Sakurai's latest pick of the day actually shows a stage that we do not have in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's a stage from Smash 4, and it is the Smash 4 version of Battlefield. Let's take a look at the pic. So here it is, it's a picture of Pit and Inkling, and if you look in the background, that is not the Smash Ultimate Battlefield. That is the Battlefield from Super Smash Bros. 4, the Wii U and 3DS version. Here's a comparison of our latest pick of the day and an old picture of Smash 4's Battlefield, and if you look in the background, that is in fact the same stage. It's much different from the Smash Ultimate's Battlefield. We can be certain that this pick of the day is in fact from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate and not just some old picture Sakurai maybe accidentally tweeted out of Super Smash Bros. 4. This one actually has the current version of Pit, the more updated looking version of Pit, and of course it has Inkling, who was not in the Super Smash Bros. Wii U version. Here's a look at the Wii U version of Pit, and if you look at the newest pick of the day, it is clearly the updated Pit, and again, of course, Inkling being there as well totally discredits this one for being simply a screenshot from Smash Wii U. It is definitely a screenshot from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So what exactly is going on here? Did Sakurai just leak to us that we're actually going to be getting previous versions of Battlefield into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, perhaps as DLC or something? That's a possibility here. Another possibility, of course, would be that Sakurai took these pictures during the development of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and maybe at one point they actually just had the version of Wii U's Battlefield before they made a brand new one for Smash Ultimate. That's a possibility too, but it's really strange that he would tweet that out. Personally, if we got any of the old cut stages back into Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, or even just old versions of stages, such as the old version of Battlefield, that would be pretty cool. That would be a cool DLC update I would not be expecting, but yeah, this pick of the day could be supporting that. It's been debated for a while now whether or not these picks of the day may actually be hinting at anything. I was talking a long time about how Arl was sort of hinted at with this pick of the day, and it is possible that these picks of the day could be showing us something that might be coming for future content. This one of Pit and Inkling on a stage we do not have in Smash Ultimate, but clearly shot in the Smash Ultimate version of the game, is probably the best pick we've gotten so far to support the idea that we could actually be getting hinted at things that are yet to come in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Sakurai also did make it clear that he is taking these pictures in the dev mode of the game, and that some of the shots that he'll be taking won't actually be recreatable by the general public with the publicly released version of Smash Ultimate. Even still, having a whole stage that doesn't exist in the game, that's a little bit more than, say, just getting an angle or something else odd with the characters in the game. This is actually an entirely different stage being shown to us, so there's a legitimate possibility here we may actually be getting older versions of Battlefield added back into the game at some point, and that's pretty cool in my opinion. Some people went back and checked at previous picks of the day, and this one of Luigi's Mansion actually looks slightly different than the version we have in Smash Ultimate. So again, it is possible that Sakurai took these pictures during the development of Smash, and that's all that's going on here. These are just versions of the stages before they were updated for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate fully. Here's a picture of the boxing ring stage for Smash Wii U before it was finalized. This is actually the beta version, so sometimes beta versions of stages do exist. However, as a final note, I will point out that the Super Smash Bros. Wii U version of Battlefield that we're seeing in this latest pick of the day with Pit and Inkling on it does look very polished, more so than it did in the Smash Wii U version. It looks like it was polished up for Ultimate, so it'd be really strange to polish up that stage and then end up not using it in the final version of the game and creating a whole new stage. So a potentially leaked stage from Sakurai is not the only Super Smash Bros. Ultimate news we got tonight. Over on Twitter, at SmashBrosJP, which is the Japanese Smash Bros. Twitter, posted this. One spirit in particular is actually from a game series that is not yet represented in Smash, and that series is Warframe. The translation reads, Spirit Event. For 5 days from February 28th, Friday, Strength Not Died, Black Spirits will be held. For a limited time, a new spirit, Lotus, will emerge from Warframe. If you raise it, you can be super compact. Please check it. The Lotus is a character from Warframe, and she is represented as Bayonetta in the Smash Spirit event. Warframe is a series I didn't think would get into Smash in any form, and to get it kind of just added in as a surprise Spirit event with a single Spirit is pretty surprising here, so this may happen for other game series as we go forward, which is pretty cool. The Japanese Super Smash Bros. Twitter also went on to post this about the Black Shadow Spirit that is also part of this Spirit event. So a surprisingly eventful night here as far as Super Smash Bros. Ultimate news goes. We also got some news from Nintendo recently. So Nintendo has held off for a while releasing what they're actually going to have at PAX East this year, but recently Nintendo of America tweeted out this. The world of hashtag Animal Crossing New Horizons comes to PAX East in Boston from February 27th through March 1st. Attendees will have a chance to try the first ever hands-on demo of Animal Crossing New Horizons before launch on March 20th, and can experience a full-scale immersive booth experience inspired by the game. Phantom Genesis over on my Discord wrote, Nintendo's PAX booth is almost fully focused on Animal Crossing, which makes a February Direct somewhat unlikely now. We had been speculating in my last video about why Nintendo was holding off releasing what they were going to actually show off at PAX East, and one possibility was we could be getting a Direct this week, and they had some new game to show off that they didn't want to announce was coming to PAX until after that Direct. But because we now know what they're going to have at PAX, and it seems almost entirely Animal Crossing focused, it seems a little less likely we could get a Direct this week, but it's still a possibility. PlayStation has pulled out entirely of PAX East because of coronavirus concerns, and we have another company doing the same. Over on Twitter, Sabi wrote, News, CD Projekt Red staff to not visit PAX East after many have already pulled out due to coronavirus. So unfortunately, it seems like PAX East will have a few less attendees happening this year. Last time I talked about how over on Twitter, Nintendo of Europe has been counting down all the DLC characters for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, at least the characters in the first Fighters Pass. Their latest tweet has us up to Terry, and some people are thinking that this countdown of fighters might be more than just advertising the first Fighter Pass. They might actually be counting down to something, perhaps a Nintendo Direct, or even when the next character gets announced. So we're all keeping an eye on this one. It's a little bit of a reaching theory to think this is actually counting down to when the next fighter might be revealed or like a Nintendo Direct, but hey, we actually did just get a brand new series represented in Smash tonight with Warframe, so maybe some Super Smash Bros. News isn't as distant as we think. Also, last time I talked about how Platinum Games is going to share a major announcement this week. Well, we may have just gotten a clue for what that announcement could be. The YouTube channel Around the Clock has covered an interesting Best Buy leak. The YouTube channel Around the Clock is reporting that Bayonetta 3 and Metroid Prime 4 are both pre-orderable over on Best Buy's website. I'll leave a link in the description to that video, as it was the first place I saw this news, and it's pretty interesting. Check out Around the Clock. And lastly, there's a little bit of interesting news coming for the Doom series right now. On the Nintendo Switch, some of the Doom games have been heavily discounted recently, most likely to gear up as promotion for the new Doom game, Doom Eternal, releasing March 20th. So that's cool if you're a Doom fan such as myself and you want to get your hands on those games, now's the time to do it. Alright guys, well that's everything I wanted to talk about in this video. Most interesting to me is that pick of the day. We actually do have the old Wii U version of Battlefield there, and that could be showing that potentially that old version could be showing up in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate at some point. I had started to write off the idea that the picks of the day could actually be hinting at any future content, but now I kind of am back to thinking that they may in fact be hints or showing some things that are yet to come. Specifically, a whole stage we don't actually have in Smash Ultimate here. If you guys have any thoughts or comments about any of the stuff I talked about in this video, leave them below. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes. It really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.